Hey there, health champions over 50. It's your guy, Randy. And let's be honest, we've earned the right to enjoy a little treat now and then, right? But sometimes our bodies act like they're starring in their own dramatic mini-series after just a bite of cake. We're talking about blood sugar, folks. That sneaky little devil that can turn a perfectly lovely afternoon into a sugar crash of epic proportions. Well, fear not, my friends, because today we're diving deep into the world of blood sugar and how to keep it from turning your life into a daytime soap opera. Whether you're trying to keep diabetes at bay or just want to feel a little less like a bouncy ball after a trip to the bakery, we've got you covered. So buckle up, grab your water bottle, no judgment if it's got a little lemon and a splash of something sparkly, and get ready to laugh your way to balanced blood sugar. Because aging might be inevitable, but feeling like a sugar-crazed teenager doesn't have to be. Okay, let's talk numbers, people. Numbers are everywhere, and they can tell us a lot about our health. You know how your doctor's always like, your blood sugar is normal, and you're like, great, pass the donuts. But is that really the best approach? Well, hold your horses, because normal isn't always all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes normal just means average, and we can do better than average. Think of it like this. Remember those jeans you used to rock back in the day? The ones that made you feel like $1,000,000? The ones that were maybe a little snug? Yeah, those. They technically still fit, but let's be honest, they're not exactly doing you any favors. You deserve better. Same goes for blood sugar. Just because it's within the normal range doesn't mean it's optimal. Doctors say fasting blood sugar. That's after you haven't eaten for 12 hours, not after you've been fasting from reality TV, although that's a different story. Should be 70 to 100 mg/dl. But is that really the best we can do? But those are rookie numbers. We can aim higher. We're going for the gold here, people. We want to be the best versions of ourselves. Experts say if you're healthy, you want to aim for 80 to 90 mg/dl fasting. That's the sweet spot. And if you're doing all the trendy things like keto or intermittent fasting, you can go even lower. It's all about finding what works best for you. Don't worry, I'm not suggesting you become a monk and live on air and water, although a little green juice never hurt anyone. Balance is key. Now, what about after you eat? That's when things get interesting. You know, when you've treated yourself to a little something, we all do it. Traditional advice says, don't freak out if you hit 170 to 200 mg/dl. But is that really okay? But come on, people, we're smarter than that. We can make better choices. If your blood sugar spikes higher than a contestant on a game show after winning a brand new car, you're probably fueling your body with the wrong kind of stuff. Let's aim for better. We're aiming for 90 to 110 mg/dl after a meal. That's the goal. Yes, even after Grandma's famous apple pie. Moderation is key. Sorry, Grandma, but a slice of you is best enjoyed with a side of caution. We can still enjoy our favorites, just wisely. Remember, we're not striving for normal here. We're going for optimal, because optimal means feeling our best. Because feeling our best is always in style, no matter what those old jeans might say. Let's aim for better together. All right, let's talk carbs. They're everywhere and they're delicious. They're like that friend who's always the life of the party, but sometimes they take things a little too far. You know the type. We're not saying carbs are evil. They just need a little guidance, you know? A bit of moderation goes a long way. First up, we've got starches. These are the foundation of many meals. These are your breads, your potatoes, your rice. Basically, anything that can be turned into a delicious side dish. They're comfort foods for a reason. The problem is, they turn into glucose in your body faster than your grandkids can raid the cookie jar after school. It's almost instant. And trust me, I've seen those kids in action. It's like a hurricane of crumbs and sugar rushes. It's chaos, but kind of adorable. Next, we've got sugar itself, the sweet stuff that's hard to resist. Now, sugar is tricky because it's half glucose, which we already know is a drama queen, and half fructose. A double trouble situation. And fructose. Well, fructose is like that friend who comes over and clogs your toilet. It's not pretty. It's a real mess. Fructose goes straight to your liver and can cause all sorts of trouble. It's like a bad guest that overstays their welcome. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Randy, what about complex carbs? Aren't they supposed to be the good guys? Those are supposed to be good for you. They've got a better reputation. Well, here's the thing about complex carbs. They're like wolves in whole grain clothing. Sneaky, right? They're still sugar, they're just slower to break down. It's a delayed reaction. So, while they might not send your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride quite as fast, they're still not your best bet. It's a slower ride, but a ride nonetheless. So, what's a health-conscious, fun-loving person over 50 to do? It's all about making smart choices. It's simple. Swap those processed carbs for veggies, meat, or cheese. It's a small change with big benefits. Your pancreas will thank you. It's a win-win situation. And hey, who doesn't love a good cheese plate? It's a delightful treat. It's practically a party in your mouth. Enjoy the flavors and the health benefits. Now, let's talk about the cool kids on the block. Protein and fat. These two are like the reliable friends who always show up with a good time and never leave you with a sugar hangover. Protein is the muscle-building friend who's always up for a trip to the gym or a brisk walk around the park. It can turn into glucose if you overdo it. No, eating a whole chicken in one sitting is not a good look. But in moderation, it's your best bud for staying full and energized. Fat, on the other hand, is the Zen master of the group. It barely affects blood sugar, which is why I like to call it the chill pill of the nutrient world. Fat's like, relax. I got this. Go ahead and enjoy that avocado. I'll make sure your blood sugar stays right where it should be. So next time you're planning a meal, remember, protein and fat are your friends. They're the life of the party without the sugar crash, the supportive pals who always have your back and your blood sugar. Okay, let's talk about insulin resistance. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Think of insulin as a bouncer at a really exclusive club. Its job is to escort glucose, sugar, into your cells, where it can be used for energy. Now, if you're constantly bombarding your cells with sugar, like every day, multiple times a day, they're going to start ignoring insulin. It's like when you ask your teenager to clean their room for the 100th time, and they just stare at you with those blank eyes like they have no idea what you're talking about. That's insulin resistance. Your cells are basically throwing a tantrum and refusing to let the sugar in. And when that happens, your blood sugar levels start to rise, which can lead to all sorts of problems, including type 2 diabetes. But don't despair. There's good news. Just like you can teach your teenager to, eventually, clean their room, you can teach your cells to listen to insulin again. How? Well, it's all about making some lifestyle changes. Cut back on the sugar, get moving, even if it's just dancing around your living room to your favorite tunes. And your cells might just forgive you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Randy, this all sounds like a lot of work. And you're right, it is. But trust me, it's worth it. Because here's the thing. Taking control of your blood sugar now isn't just about fitting into those skinny jeans, although that's always a bonus. It's about protecting your health and living your best life for years to come. Research shows that keeping your blood sugar in check can slash your risk of heart attacks by a whopping 31%. That's right, 31%. And it can add years to your life. We're talking about more time for dancing, laughing, and spending time with the people you love. Think of it like this. Taking care of your blood sugar is like fixing a leaky roof before the storm hits. Sure, it might take a little effort now, but it's going to save you a whole lot of trouble and money in the long run. All right, health champions, are you ready for your action plan? Let's dive right in. Don't worry, it's easier than you think. You won't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. And no, I'm not going to tell you to eat kale chips and drink wheatgrass shots. Unless you're into that sort of thing, in which case, more power to you. Step 1. Eat real food. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods that nourish your body. Veggies, meat, eggs, you know, the stuff your grandparents ate. These are the building blocks of a healthy diet. Skip the neon-packaged snacks and go for the good stuff. Your body deserves the best fuel. Your body will thank you with more energy and better overall health. Step 2. Ditch the sweet stuff. Reducing sugar can have a huge impact on your well-being. I know, sugar is delicious. It's a tough habit to break, but it's also a frenemy. And high fructose corn syrup, that's the ultimate backstabber. It sneaks into so many foods. Kick it to the curb and never look back. Your future self will thank you. Step 3. Move your body. Physical activity is key to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. You don't have to run a marathon. Unless you want to, in which case I'll be your biggest cheerleader. Just find something you enjoy. Just walk, garden, chase the grandkids around the park, whatever gets you moving and grooving. Step 4, laugh. Laughter is great medicine. Stress can do a number on your blood sugar, so find ways to de-stress and enjoy life. It's important for your mental and physical health. Watch a comedy, tell some dad jokes, dance like nobody's watching. Whatever brings a smile to your face. Happiness is a key ingredient. And finally, step 5, monitor your blood sugar. Keeping track helps you stay on top of your health. If you're concerned about your levels, talk to your doctor about using a glucometer or a continuous glucose monitor, CGM. Knowledge is power, people. Stay informed and stay healthy. Aging might mean more candles on the cake, but it doesn't have to mean blood sugar chaos. Small changes, like swapping toast for avocado or saying no to that homemade dessert, add up. And remember, optimal beats normal every time. Now go enjoy life, preferably with a side of bacon and a chuckle. Your blood sugar and your genes will thank you. Check out more of the best ways to keep your sugar in check in the description notes below. P.S. If your grandkids steal your fries, blame it on optimal glucose regulation. Works every time.